Some big news that we are getting for you at this point in time, and what we are witnessing right now, viewers, is a war of narratives. Israel has made a big claim saying that Ali Larijani has been killed, who is virtually the number 2 as far as Iranian regime is concerned. According to Israeli media, the Iranian security chief has died, but now there is a statement that has been put out by Larijani. Online, Larijani is paying tribute to Iranian Navy. Larijani, in fact, has said, martyrdom to power army, martyrs' memory to endure in Iran. May God grant them highest honor. Now, this is the latest update that we are getting for you. Let's go across to my colleague Srinjoy Chaudhary, who is joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Srinjoy, firstly, tell us a little bit about the statement that has been put out by Larijani. What exactly is he saying in the statement?
So basically, the objective of the statement is to show to the world that he is alive. And of course, he has paid tribute to the Iranian armed forces, the Revolutionary Guard, and so on. The point is that we haven't seen him. What we have seen is his Twitter account and his statement on Twitter, on X. Now, of course, that is just something. Now, this is part of the information warfare systems that both sides are involved in. The Israelis, of course, were facing the same thing because the Iranians had said that their Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, was missing because he's been killed. And then Netanyahu had to be at a coffee shop and drinking coffee to show that he was alive to the world. And now the same thing, Larijani has sent a message on X saying he's alive and well and paying tribute to the Iranian armed forces and Revolutionary Guard and so on. This is information warfare. Each side wants to show that it has hit home. It has hit the primary targets. And this is a way of telling their own people, the other side, and everyone else that they are winning. So we'll have to see what Larijani and his people come up with in the near future. Because, yes, there is a Twitter statement, a tweet, but we need to see more about Larijani in the near future.
Absolutely. It's very important how things are, progressing as far as this war, Srinjoy, is concerned. The information warfare that we are witnessing. And you're right, it's happening from both the sides. I mean, one day there is this social media narrative wherein we are getting reports from, so many handles suggesting that Benjamin Netanyahu has been killed. And then to counter that narrative, we have Israel literally putting out videos showing that nothing is wrong with Benjamin Netanyahu and he's absolutely fit and fine. And now the next day, within a few hours later, we have this narrative that's emerged from the other side, from Israel. And it's very important because so far, officially, we've not really seen coming in from Iran on this particular aspect. So what do we really make of it? What's really happening? Because IDF usually has been putting out, things like these on its X handle.
See, the whole point is to win this war of narratives. As you rightly said, to win this information war, it's very important. And both sides see it as crucial as part of this war that's going on for 18 days. If you win the information warfare, you have won at least one war. So that's what both sides are aiming to do, which is why all these tweets, all these statements about Netanyahu and now about Larijani, we don't know as yet. There hasn't been a video of Larijani drinking coffee, but there could well be one in the near future. Who knows? So we just have to see what both sides are putting out as their versions of the truth. And this is really, the bottom line is, this is very intensive information warfare, something that hasn't happened in a long time.
Well, absolutely. It's a different era that we are living in. So clearly, it's a war of narratives, in fact, that's also being witnessed. Information warfare is also what we are seeing right now. Srinjoy, I request you to please stay on with us. Let's also take our viewers through what exactly has been put out on X from this handle that belongs to Ali Larijani, who's virtually seen as number 2 as far as Iranian regime is concerned, that's controlling everything that's happening in Iran right now. Now, from his X handle, this post has been put out. It's a loose translation of what was mentioned. On the occasion of the funeral ceremony for the valiant martyrs of the Islamic Republic of Iran's Navy, their memory will forever remain in the heart of the Iranian nation, and these martyrdom will strengthen, in fact, the foundation of Islamic Republic's army for years to come within the structure of the armed forces. I beseech the Almighty God for the highest ranks for these dear martyrs. So this is the point that has been made. In fact, we are joined on the broadcast by Rominder Sachdeva, who is a foreign affairs expert. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Yesterday, we were all talking about Benjamin Netanyahu, how after, a lot of reports suggested on social media that maybe he is no more, he is dead. But then from Israel, we started seeing videos of, him having coffee, interacting with people, etc., just to tell the other side that he is very much alive. Nothing is wrong with him. Today, similar thing is happening with Iranian leader. We're talking about virtually a number 2, Ali Larijani. Now, Israeli media is claiming that he has been eliminated. And there was, in fact, an attempt to target him, to assassinate him. But now we have a post from his handle on X. What do you make of these developments?
Well, as you were saying, I think that this is a new era in which we are living, completely new era. We'll come to that in a moment, maybe. But yes, by now, I think it's not only the Israeli media which is saying that he has been killed. Israeli defense minister has also claimed, I think, that Larijani has been killed. So if the Israeli defense minister is claiming, I would think that, it could carry some more reality as compared to something merely in the media. On the other hand, yes, the Twitter handle or what he has tweeted, and by the way, he is referring to the 84 sailors who were killed in the submarine which was torpedoed off the coast of Sri Lanka, right? I think today they are holding a funeral procession for them. So in that sense, it is contemporary. The tweet is referring to something which is happening today, because their president has also, tweeted and asked people to join the funeral procession for the killed sailors. So in terms of time, it seems to be as of today. But you see, the other thing is that when were these attacks carried out by the Israelis, last night or when in the morning? He may have tweeted in the morning, may have been killed merely an hour after that, or it is, let's say, within the Iranian, or he may have been killed and the Iranian National Security Council is playing games, for the time being, is the fog of war. Or he may not be dead. It's like Schrodinger's cat. We don't know what's inside the box.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you very much for speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. In fact, viewers, that's another important update that we've got. Israeli defense minister, in fact, has reportedly told the local media that top Iranian official Ali Larijani was killed in the Israeli airstrike in Iran last night. Let me go back to my colleague Srinjoy Chaudhary, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Srinjoy, we just know that as far as Larijani is concerned, he is Iran's security chief. Some are saying that he's extremely powerful in Iran's regime that controls everything that happened in Iran, essentially. And what does he really mean for Iran? Can you tell us a little bit more on that aspect? And also, if he has been killed, then what does it mean for Iran?
Well, strictly speaking, he is security chief, and he is in a sense number 2 after the supreme leader. In that line, there is the president, of course, and that's a different line. The Iranians have a slightly different way of governance. But the important point is there's just been a statement. Now, the usual way of doing things, of proving to the world and to the other side that, look, here I am, is actually to hold the day's newspaper. That basically shows to you that, yes, here I am, and here's today's newspaper, and I'm holding it. that is something that is often done. And that has been done for years and years. Even during World War II, when the British, the Allies, said that that famous German general, Rommel, had been killed in an air attack. Rommel, after a few days, these were days before television and all that, got the day's newspaper, and the side, and got himself photographed from the side that had not been hurt. He had been severely injured, but he was, of course, alive and he recovered. One side of his face was badly injured. So he got a photograph of himself reading the paper from the other side, the uninjured side, to tell to the world that, look here I am. So you would expect something like this soon. Larijani or whoever it is, who is when there is a claim. Of course, Netanyahu did even more. He walked around and drank coffee. But here, the usual thing that is done is the man is photographed with the day's newspaper. So we'll see how all this plays out. It's 18 days of fighting and a new era in information warfare.
And in fact, you know, Shanjoy, I was just looking at some reports around Larijani. In fact, in a message yesterday, Iran security chief Larijani had told Muslim majority nations, of Iran's position, and in a way he reasserted that his country is not going to relent in the fight against US and Israel. So he seems to be among those calling the shots because, we have not really seen much of the new supreme leader. And then the question really was that with Ayatollah Ali Khamenei being eliminated, who's really calling the shots as to what all needs to be targeted?
Yes, you're right. There are really, as I said, two ways of governance in Iran. One is from this side, the president, that's the traditional side, Pezeshkian, saying what he is saying. And then from this side, the supreme leader, who has not said very much, the new supreme leader, and then you have Larijani. So we'll have to see what Larijani says in the future. What he has to say in the future. And are we going to see Larijani holding up the day's newspaper? That's often very important.
Thank you, Shanjoy. Appreciate you joining us with your inputs on this story. Let's